It's Sunday. It's Mark Pyers. And it's Real Talk.
Today, looking for another way to
ease my mind and help my living. It's Real Talk. It's the daily variety show, Mark Pyers' Real Talk. I'm here to connect with you, to amplify your current state, and I'm here with you on Sunday night, day 553 in a row of the Mark Pyers' Real Talk show. That's right, people. Head on over to YouTube, subscribe, and ding the bell. And if you haven't yet, you can join us over there. It's a lot of fun. Let's see. I'm going to get on over here, join you guys. Let's see if I can get on without making a lot of noise. Decently. We're going to go over to YouTube as well, log in, and then we will be rocking and rolling. Got a couple of things planned for you today, and then mostly unscripted fun like it's been for 553 days. Let's see. Come on, bring us on. Here we go. All right, we're good. I'm live with my people. So what's going on? Did you guys have a nice weekend? I hope so. It's hard to have any sort of fun these days because of all of the negativity of the world, right? So, lots of great conversations were had this weekend on my side. Actually, I did a lot more listening than I did talking this weekend, which was kind of cool. And, I think people need to start allowing others to speak freely and understand that, opinions and perspectives, these are wonderful things to have. You should be fostering the fact that you've got that everybody else has an opinion. You should want everybody to have an opinion and to speak out. And the world has gotten a little cynical, right? I mean, everybody wants their opinion to be the opinion. Nothing else matters. Just listen to what I'm saying. Bottom line is this. I want you to have your own thoughts, your own feelings, and live by them. Just make sure it revolves around one sentiment. It's like, go out there and be a good person. Everything's become Republican or Democrat. What happened to light? What happened to being someone who's going to be an example for others? I have to be an example for the Democrats. No, how about you just be a Democrat or you be an example for human beings? That's what I'm looking for. I'm trying to come out here and show the world that you can give back without expecting. And hopefully you will. A lot of things have been said in the last month and a half since the George Floyd situation took place. And all it's done is divided us. You know that, right? There's no connection anymore. We are divided as a nation. But there's something to live for, people. There's something to die for. And for me, it's America. For me, it's about that flag. It's about the people that came before me that fight on my behalf to keep my family safe in this home. To me, that's what matters. Give it to me, Zabrowski. We need the woohoo right now, especially in this negative world. Come on, Zabrowski, give it to me. Woohoo! Yes! The woohoo! Have you guys ever gotten a bad woohoo? Have you ever been somewhere and heard a woohoo and been like, No! Woohoos, in general, the concept behind a woohoo is straight energy coming at you. Like this one. This is one of my favorite ones. My wife will just randomly do something when she loves it. She'll go, woo! I just love that. It's like a woohoo to me. Woo! I love that. And to me, that's a woohoo. A woohoo is a moment of energetic positivity going out into the universe in all directions, affecting a positive change in a split second. That's a woohoo. I want to woohoo my life off. I just want to go out there and woohoo every single second. If somehow, I don't know what happens with censorship. I'm saying a lot of crazy things these days. Not really. I'm saying, actually, common sense is the word that comes to my mind, what Real Talk is about. When you look at my face swaps, what you see is some comedy and then you see a lot of truth within. getting to that, I'm just going to play you something that I think I didn't have a lot of time to make one for you guys today. Out with the family. I get back here really late, so I'm just going to play. I made this very, very quickly before I came on the air, and then we're going to go over the Trump show bits and just kind of get ourselves collected here. But check this out.
That's Hammerlin Jamison live from the studio. Donald J. Trump joins us from Washington, D.C.
Look, I don't have a proper episode 6 of the Donald Trump show for you tonight. I'm here in Washington. That's right, that's not the Epcot Center behind me. No, the Pope is not back in that building. It's Donald Trump's home. Anyway, I want to drop the coronavirus like Melania's going to drop me after the election.
Sometimes we go with, conspiracy theories. That's another one. The conspiracy theories that
Melania, before we went to, take over the world, she sat down and said, look, Donald, I need more. I'm not sticking around unless you put a couple more zeros after the other zero. And that zero's you, by the way. And I said, look, Melania, you can't stop this train. This is the Trump train. And she said, okay, what are we going to do over here? I said, look, I'll tell you what we're going to do is the art of the deal, okay? The art of the deal says you stick around, okay, Melania? Just don't use my gold toilet, okay? That's the only rule inside the document.
So what is going on, my people? How you doing? I see my man Dagger's on. Anybody else want to say hello? Dagger said it. He nailed it. As usual, common sense is not very common these days. Look, Hammerlin is coming out to rip the lid off in a little while, and you guys better be ready. He's going to rip the lid off the fake news, but not before dropping the hammer. All right, we're dropping the hammer tonight. I got to get the mustache on. You can't do it without the stash. So we're going to get to that in a moment, people.
Yeah, Melania wanted a raise. I said, look.
Eldano, what's up, my brother? Look, I want to just say to everybody who's tuning in, hello. I hope you guys are doing well. I got nothing but love for this world, and I'm hoping that you guys can find it in your hearts to give some love. To me, to everybody. So go down to the bottom of the page, like the video, share it with somebody. Let somebody know we're here every single day for the rest of my days. Today's day 553 in a row, and we're going to do a couple hours right now. So I hope you guys are getting ready for it. The music is going to be rocking and rolling tonight. I don't know. I'm feeling something coming on, okay? So I got to tell you guys, I've been really pumped about these Trump show episodes. The idea of using real content and then just ripping on it as Trump is like, I don't even know why I didn't think of it earlier. But that's what the Real Talk show is evolution. I love the fact that if, when you don't have a roadblock, and if you do, you just run through it. You're like, I have no fear. I'll try anything. You guys know that. I'll try to write a song in real time. We do it every night. Sometimes it's good. Last night we killed something. It was called America. What was it called? I got to remember it now. It was America something. It was something really awesome, though. Who was on last night during that? Dagger, you were on during that. The song was... It really was going on. I was like, America! Oh, guys, listen. If you don't have patriotism within you, I'm sorry. I don't know what the hell you're doing here. Don't even walk down the street if you don't have a strong, love for this country. The fact that you can walk down that street is why you should have love for this country. The fact that there are men and women out there standing a wall for you somewhere in this world with a gun is why you should have love in your heart for this country. And when I see the disrespect over the last month, people burning, ripping flags from out of people's hands, it's disgusting. Get your act together. You want to peacefully protest? That's the whole point. It's within your rights to peacefully protest. It's not within your rights to be an animal, a jackal. And that's what we got going on out there, right? Oh, no, it's racist to say that, Mark. Look, you can't talk to the guy who's been live for 553 in a row trying to connect the entire world and call him racist. Go ahead. But you just look like the idiot. You know what? But that's okay. You got a guy named Sleep Sofa Joe out there. Everybody keeps saying, I'm going to vote for him. The guy said yesterday, I'm Joe Biden's husband, Joe Biden. What is that? Did you guys see that? I'm going to play you. I'm kind of going backwards, though. This is Trump episode number 5. And I couldn't even believe this really happened. And I don't know. Should I go right to number 5? I think so, because you need to see what happened.
It's Hammerlin Jamison live from Mount Rushmore. Donald Trump for episode 5 of The Trump Show.
Thank you. Thank you for joining me here at the monuments. Look, this is a very exciting time. I started my own talk show this week. That's right, the Donald J. Trump Show. We're winning big league. We're dropping lots of content about Sleep Sofa Joe Biden. Lots about Sleep Sofa. We also did one episode about poison so far. And we're going to continue to drop positive content about Sleep Sofa Joe Biden. Because I will not let him beat me now. We have done too much work here in this country. Are you guys ready to stick a fork in Biden? Are you ready? Oh, watch this clip. Ready?
I'm Joe Biden's husband, Joe Biden.
I don't know what to say. I'm a little confused. What... Could you tell me, what does that mean, Joe? You're married? I'm Joe Biden's husband, Joe Biden. I don't know. So, are you going to be your own first lady? Or what does that mean, Joe? Could you please elaborate? I'm Melania Trump's husband, Donald Trump. I'm not really sure. So Joe's married to himself? Just going to give you the one for today. That's enough to squash the sleep sofa. Look, he's comfortable to lie on. Just not to vote for. We don't have to trash the man while we're here at the National Monument. He's just a sleep sofa. Look, if you can't catch the Donald Trump Show, make sure you tune in to Real Talk. You see, my kids, Melania, they all love Real Talk. Well, we give it to people straight on the Real Talk program, and it kind of gave me the concept for the Donald Trump Show. So tune in. Every night I'll be on either my show or the Real Talk Show. I'm going to drop content for you because the fake news is not letting the Trumper breathe. That's right. It's trying to shut down the Trump. Look at that beautiful monument. They're going to put my face right next to George Washington there. Perfect spot. They're going to have my tie. It's going to go all the way down to the ground. So Democrats will hit their faces on it every time they walk by.
Man, I love that line.
My tie is going to go straight down to the ground. They'd be like, what the hell is that hanging down? Is that his... Oh, no, it's his tie. Winning big league. I'm winning big league. Donald J. Trump, Mount Rushmore. We're going to change it, though, to Trumpmore.
You guys want to hear a little music? You may need to plug that one in before you play it. Sigger, my brother. Ooh, here we go, guys. This song's called Till the End. I wrote it in about 2003. Let's rock on a little bit here. Sig Sauer just said it. Hold on, guys. I gotta give you a little something here because Sig just watched this. We gotta see if I'm close. Hold on. Let me shut this off real quick. Give me a minute.
It's Hammerlin Jamison live from...
All right, so Sigger. Because Sigger just gave us that, let me just give it back to you, okay? Sigger said he just watched A Few Good Men for that Nicholson rant. What Nicholson rant? You mean the Nicholson rant where he's sitting there and he says, "Did you order the code red?" I did my job. Did you order the code red? You're goddamn right I did! I love that. Who's gonna save us, you Lieutenant Weinberg? Huh? I sit on a line 90 miles from 3,000 Cubans that want to kill me. I think it'd be better if you just said thank you and went on your way. Sit back down. What does he say at the end there? It's awesome. He goes, don't call me son. Never done Tom Cruise before. That's kind of how Tom Cruise sounds, isn't it? I think so, right? I just have one more question for you before you can go back on your plane to Cuba. Did you order the code red? I'm sorry. I said... Let's see. This is interesting talk. These guys are on here chatting about guns. I'll tell you what, guys. I know because Sig Sauer, obviously. I'll tell you a little side story, funny thing. I got a couple of BB guns. You know, I am thinking about, like, getting in the game. I mean, honestly, scary world we live in. You know, thank God I'm a 92 degree black belt. I just go dig fudge. All I gotta do is go fudge. If you go fudge, you could just elbow people in the fudge. And he pulled a gun on me. Did you knee him in the fudge? That's what you do when they pull a gun. You go right quick with the knee, right in the fudge. Yeah, one of these days I'm going to have to catch up with all my fellas, go down to a range. They could show me what it's about. Ooh, I got a little America song for you. You want a little America song, guys? Carry your Second Amendment rights? Here we go. Give you a little something like this called America. It's going to be like a Dennis Leary type of thing, okay? I was born in the country of the bold. It's where people can go and make something out of themselves. They want to spit on the ground while they make wheat. They can do it. They want to take out their Sig Sauer, shoot a tree just for the hell of it. They probably won't do that because they actually have some real appreciation for firearms. You know what I found is that people who are firearms owners, like legal owners of firearms, are very much like in control of their firearm. I've watched a few videos before, and people who have been trained to use a gun, they say, like, you would never pull out a gun, like, if something was... And tell me if this is right. You guys obviously work with guns, so... Hey, Dano, you're right. Look, buddy, I'm a crack shot, okay? I'm a crack shot. You never seen A Christmas Story? Yo, shoot your eye out. I'm shooting Bites' eyes out. A ding, a bugaboo. Oh, I don't know if I can get in trouble for showing this. I got a BB gun right over here. Would I get in trouble for showing that on? Probably. It looks like an Uzi. It's like this really cool one. Because I was like, I'm never gonna have a real gun, but I'm gonna get one that shoots like 7 shots a second. This thing's pretty it's solid. It's called the what is this called again? I forget what it's called. I'll look at it and tell you guys. So, but the idea of having a actual firearm scares the hell out of me. But I do know people who have them are very, very careful with them. They don't just pull them out. They're not just ripping it out of the holster. You know, I think I've heard, and you guys tell me if I'm wrong, but black part. That's right. If you pull that gun out, your intentions to use it is what I believe a real true owner of a gun would say, is that they're not going to take that gun out unless they really are going to use that gun. Like I've heard a couple people say, oh, you know what was? I heard Anthony from Opie and Anthony say this because he's a gun owner. This was years ago. He said that he'd been in a few like altercations with people, and he's always strapped. But he's like, you would never pull a gun out, you know, like within range of somebody. I mean, there's too many things could go wrong. You know, they get the gun from you. Like, too many things could go wrong. You know, you have to have enough time to be able to pull the gun, be able to, get it locked and ready to go. See, I don't even know what the terms are because I never really shot a gun before. Yeah, you don't brandish a weapon unless you shoot it. That's, yeah. Okay, so that makes, this is, again, you guys are filling me in here. But I would say I'm the type of guy, like, I'd probably want to go and start, I'd be like there every day, just like, I missed the target by like a quarter of an inch today. I'm going to go back tomorrow. You guys remember when they had that show on History Channel? Top Shot? Ooh, Top Shot. Those guys like shooting from like a mile away. Remember that 1 mile shot? What? That was crazy. 1 mile. The drop and the drift and the whatever the heck they call it. That was crazy. Dude's like, I'm going to shoot 8 feet right. I'm like, what? Bam. Dead. Like, it's amazing. They taking out, this calculations made in order to shoot something that far away. It's ridiculous. And these guys were doing it like pinpoint from, I think it was a quarter mile, maybe a mile. What was that? Does anybody remember that? Ooh. I remember it though. It was very cool. It was a cool show.
Get in line with luck.
situation in these typical times. Too many choices. It all comes down to nothing, nothing, nothing but clothes and shades and the dust falls back down. It's a typical situation in these typical times. My people, Dane. Having a license is a big responsibility. Dane said, you want to make sure you have a lawyer for sure. And Sigger says, only if life is in danger do you actually do something. Dane, thanks, brother. That's the old Dave Matthews tune right there, right? Aldano said, Mark, I got a question. I have a 16 by 10 shed in my backyard. Does that add any value to my house? Because I was thinking about getting rid of it. Getting rid of the house? If you are thinking about getting rid of the house, shoot me a message, my friend. Let me at least get somebody from Berkshire Hathaway out so you can interview them, see if you like them. Let me do a little work and see if I can find someone great for you. It depends. So if it's a 16 by 10 shed that's just for storage, if you got a guy who really wants his own space, wants to be able to create like a garage or like a hangout, you can pitch it that way. You're getting rid of the shed. Okay, so if you're thinking about getting rid of the shed, 16 by 10, I don't think that you're going to, again, if someone likes their space, a 10 by 16 shed could be pretty solid. How high are the ceilings? Is it like 8 foot, like proper 8 or 9 feet? And how much do you think you can get for it? I don't think so. If your big question is, if I sold my house, I can get 500 grand. Will I get 480 grand if I sell my shed? No, you're still going to get 500 grand. But if that shed is something cool, you may actually capture somebody's interest, and then you may get a bidding war. You may get somebody who really wants it and pays a little bit more. So it depends. Oil field drops off. What the hell's that, dude? And yes, we may sell our house if the oil field drops off. We got an oil field? Are you pulling oil? Dano? You Dranoing some oil, Dano? Dano's the Drano. Oil man. You're going to give it to your neighbor for free. Oh, you work in the oil field. Okay. Well, you're a good man, brother. Hardworking brother. Love it. But if I was going to just give it to my neighbor for free. That one's tough. I probably wouldn't give away a 16 by 10 shed because that would probably cost, just rough estimates. If it's made of metal, like an aluminum thing, $2,700. If it's wood, 16 by 10, $3,800. It's actually more expensive for wood. And it's 9-foot ceilings too. So like I would pimp that out, brother. Especially if you're thinking on selling, I'd probably create like a cool little hangout back there. Get a little couch, maybe a dartboard, that whole setup back there, ambiance. Throw a couple speakers in there, and turn it into something. Like so, some dude shows up there and he's like, yeah. When my friends come over, or after a Friday, Thursday, my wife and I, we could put the kids to sleep and take a walk back here and hang out. You know what I mean? Like you're pitching, it's wood. Yeah, so you're talking about even more. 16 by 10 wood is like, bottom would be like $3,500, $4,000 probably, right? The only reason I could throw numbers at that is because I worked, my father's a builder. My brother's a builder. And before I got into real estate, while I was traveling this country playing music, I would come back when I wasn't on tour, and I would work for my father. And so I've renovated, built homes from bottom up, and because I'm a creative, I've got a lot of ideas. So when I get into a property with a client,
all I do is just throw out 50 ideas, because when people are looking for what they can do with something, that's all I have is opportunity. I'm like, okay, look, we could take this wall down. We could bring the kitchen over here. You could throw a bathroom over there. This cost you about 12 grand for that. This could be anywhere from 18 to 35, and these are numbers I can say because I did this. I did it for 13 years before I did what I'm doing now for 13 years. Think about it. I've been half my life essentially selling real estate and selling and building homes, okay? If you break it into quadrants. You like every X amount of time you're doing something new, right? My mentor the other day said you have 7 career changes in your life. Every single person, most times, 7 career changes in your life. I'm like, wow, really? I think about it just for myself alone. You're a kid, so you got all kinds of whatever. And then went from singer-songwriter, MTV music artist, to realtor. I'm still doing the realtor thing, obviously. But now I'm a talk show host. I've been live for 553 days. I'm never stopping. I'll be here every day forever. So eventually, when time and effort come together, and someone who knows how to make things happen puts me on the negatube against everything else, and we go and destroy stuff, we're going to finally get somewhere. But I don't care when that is. That's the thing. I'm just going to keep showing up because I'm loving what we're doing here. For me, this is the one time I can express myself fully. I don't have to worry what someone else says, because I got all my people over here actually feel the same way I do about America. And, when you care about seeing the country do well, and i.e. every person in the country doing well, my newest thing is I heard someone say it again about white supremacists, white supremacy, all this stuff. I was like, what the? And the common thing I'm hearing is that Trump, Sig wants to sell by... The funny thing is that they all call Trump a white supremacist. And I thought about it. Like, if you look at the footage of this dude, he's trying to find a way for everybody to do well. It's not fully successful, but he's trying, right? And I said, he's an American supremacist. I never heard of that term before. But I think an American supremacist is somebody who wants all Americans to rise above. And I think that should be the spin. And it's not a spin, but it should be the real response. When someone says, yeah, well, blah, 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 is always been, no. He's an American supremacist. He wants America to rule supreme over the... I mean, what happened? We used to have presidents who wanted us to be number one in the world. Why is that a problem all of a sudden?
Look, I want us to be number 1 again. Yeah, everybody's been okay with being number 8 or 9. China's eating our lunch. President G-hole, yeah. And then he's taking a poop out of his G-hole all over the United States of America.
Yeah. Dane, I know. See, that's the thing. People think the word nationalist, when they hear that word, they think Hitler. Hitler was a nationalist. Trump, the fact that they try to somehow... Let me switch this over here. The fact that they try to somehow equate the president of the United States to Hitler, it's mental. Okay, it's totally mental. And I just don't understand the nationalist thing. So my philosophy is this: if people have a problem with that word because they connect it to Hitler, then go with American supremacist. That's it. I'm not a Russia supremacist. I'm not a G-hole China supremacist. No. I'm an American supremacist. I want everybody to do well, okay? Whether you're American, whether you're white, yellow, green, blue, and even maybe red. Maybe you've got red skin, you got alopecia, I don't know. But I want you to do well with your alopecia. Maybe you can make some money still and win big league. You could be the alopecia poster child for the United States of America because you are an American. The supreme. Right? Isn't it sound actually cool, too?
American supremacist with Donald J. Trump. Look, everybody calls me Hitler, but I'm just an American supremacist. I want you to do well because you're an American. And you over there, did you come here legally? No? Okay, then no, I don't want you to do well. I want you to get kicked out of the country, come back through the big huge doors, they're open. You gotta come through and sign the ledger. All you gotta do is sign a friggin' ledger. What the hell? Nobody wants to friggin' sign a ledger anymore? I'm in big league.
My grandfather came across to Ellis Island. It's got to be 1952, I want to say. 1951, 1952. He came over, I got to go. I still haven't done this to Liberty Island, Ellis Island. I think it's at Liberty Island and Ellis Island are close to each other. Is that right? Anyway, on Ellis Island, there is a wall. And I just had a picture sent to me once because my brother, I think, went there and took a photo and sent it to all of us. Francisco Pyres. That's American pride right there. My grandfather moved here from Portugal. He gave up a ton of land, basically. Is that really? Did you see that? You guys see that fly? I'm about to take that. Oh, you're going down, dude. I'm sorry, Mary Ann. I don't like flies in my house. I got a rule. You come into my domain, you're going down at Chinatown. As soon as he gets close to me, I'm giving a Miyagi to him, okay? Just so you know. Just be prepared. Miyagi! Okay, something like that's happening. So anyway, Francisco Pyres makes his journey from Portugal to the United States. Where's the good picture? All right, I can't find the picture of my grandpa. But this right here is my father playing the saxophone, my uncle playing the harmonica. I'm going to Miyagi this dude. Oh my goodness, you really flew on my face, dude. Did I get him? I may have gotten him. I may have done a Magoo on him. All right, my Uncle John in the middle and my Uncle Frank there playing the guitar. And that is something cool that I have here in my studio. I told you guys the other day I have my grandpa's organ here. And so I live with a pride for what my grandfather did to come here legally and to bring his family from this is what I understand about my grandfather. He owned a ton of land in Subgal, Portugal. Okay. It's a small little place in northern Portugal, close to Spain. He owned a ton of land and he was the sheriff in the town. They had horses. Each kid had a horse. My father had a horse or donkey. No, they had horses. And they owned farmland. And they'd be considered very, very wealthy. Okay. He basically gave it all up. I don't know what he made, but he probably didn't make much. He took the entire family to the United States of America. My father said that the first time they went to a hotel, they come here and they're, I guess, in New York, like in a hotel before they can get to where they wound up in Yonkers, New York. Okay. And so they go to a hotel for the first time and they'd never seen running water before and they never had toilets. They're flushing the toilets all night. And like the manager's knocking on the door, like, can you tell the kids to stop? You're messing with they probably didn't have like a really good pressure back then. And they're pushing this thing. So my father's just the first time they ever had running water. He's like, something my father said is kind of amazing. In his lifetime, he went from an outhouse and, a well where you're pumping water to running water, to toilets, to internet, technology that we have, where, everything that he's seen in his 1947 to now. It's pretty amazing when you come from Portugal to America and you experience the entirety of it, right? And I often think that our children are missing a huge part of what we got to experience, which is life prior to cell phones. And when we used to have the excitement to get outside on a sunny day. I don't see that in my kids anymore. Do you guys see that? Do you see it? Like, it was beautiful today. My kids wanted to sit there and play their tech. I'm like, no, techless summer. But they still got it in their head. They want to play the freaking tech all the time. And it's a world that has changed so much in the last 15, 20 years, right? And for me, what I see, and this is something that Dane said earlier, that it's like babies. People are acting like babies. The way they're treating each other, the way they're acting about politics, the way they won't allow people to have an opinion without scolding them, disowning them. Families, it's fathers hating kids hating parents because of political leaning. It's ridiculous. We are human beings. The beauty of us is that we're unique. Individually unique. If I told you that each and every one of us has something unique to offer this planet, would you believe me? Would you believe me if I said to you that you have something within you that's meant to be unleashed on this planet? Would you look for it if I told you to? Because that's what I want you to do when you come on this show. This show's meant to inspire you to find it. It's within you. It's not outside. You can't look out for it. You can't go out and start searching under rocks. That's not where it is. It's inside of you. And all you got to do is be brave enough to go inside and look. And you may not like everything you see, and that's a good thing. It's a good thing to reflect on what you're doing. Tanya, how are you? So good to see you. I feel like if more people were telling you it's okay to do that, if more of us were out there saying it's okay to express yourself. Because when you express yourself, when you go out there and do for others, you start to get closer to that uniqueness of yours. I have a philosophy that helping people pays a different type of currency. And it's accurate. If you think about when you go and do for others, you find a piece of positivity that you didn't have before. Essentially what you're doing is something I call soulfillment. You're filling your soul with an energy that's life energy, something that you can dig in and grab onto anytime you need it. There are times I'm on for 3.5 hours here, and then all of a sudden I pull out a third, fifth wind, and it's ready to go. And Tanya said, yes, listen to Tanya's words. Everything you need is within you. Only you can be you. This is another thing that Tanya just nailed. She's pushing me right into another philosophy of mine. If you're watching something that you enjoy and you want to go and do, you cannot do what you see. You've got to become something that's never been. Okay? If you go out there and you try to act like something, if you go out there and you try to fill the shoes of another, you will fail every single time. It's been done. What I'm telling you is that within you, there is something that's never existed in the history of time. If you find it, you bring it to the surface, the world will change forever. I found mine 553 days ago, and I'm bringing it out every day for the rest of my days. When this heart stops, the show stops. That's the new slogan for the show. Let's play some music. Head over to YouTube, subscribe and ding the bell. Tanya, head over there, send some friends over. That's where we're trying to build out the show. I'll actually type in the address just so everybody knows it over here. And then we still have Hammerlin coming out later. Don't go anywhere. Hammer Jab, look, we're ripping the lid off the fake news. You got to remember that. All right, this is the YouTube link for everybody who's not on YouTube yet. Really, if you just type in Mark Pyre's Real Talk, you'll get there. But I'm going to type this in so everybody has it. Oh, my man Wheeler's on. I'm loving it. You want to hear some Tom Petty tonight? I'll go with it. I'll go with it, my friend. Although, I got to tell you, Tanya's on it, and Tanya likes it when I play originals. So I'm going to play some originals as well. We're going to do a little bit of everything tonight, okay? Let's see. There we go. I just popped the link on to the Real Talk program. Please subscribe, ding the bell, and let's play a little something here. You know what I want to do just to get us started here, because I want you guys to understand when I say those words to you, I'm not joking around when I say I will be here with you guys to put on a show, and this show doesn't ever end, hopefully. Hopefully somehow we can, cryogenics maybe be I'll be the next Stag to the Future. July 5th, 2020, the race war is on. Join us next time on the next Unsolved Mysteries. Oh, I used to have the music in there too. All right, so, bottom line, guys, I'm here to deliver all of me to all of you for the rest of my days. Oh, totally uncomfortable in this shirt tonight. Throw show. All right, this is called All of Me. I don't even know who wrote it originally. It's like a Broadway tune or something. Let's see.
Can't you take my lips, I'll never use them. Take my lips, yeah, I'll never use them. Oh, Baba, why I'll send you goodbyes and let me with all these regrets. How can I go on without you? You took the part that once was my heart. Oh, so why not take all of me? All of me. So why not take all of me? El Dano. Dano's got to get going. Tanya said she likes it when I'm playing originals. Originals make you you. That's right. We're going to go with it. Oh, yeah. Sigger just nailed this. I'm going to go back a little bit. Sigger said, after the election, things will change. Nobody will watch these crap movies and listen to the crap we've been going through the last 3 years. Much more uplifting world coming. Sigger's right about that. Think about this. All of the fake news stuff, all of this conspiracy stuff about every side is going to end November 4th. And then we can get back to a normal existence of positivity where hopefully people will tune in here more often and say, you know what, I'm going to stay away from all that garbage. Well, they should already be doing that. The garbage, the negativity is not going to go anywhere. I think that's going to be harder to get rid of. It'll just be a different type of negativity. I'm realizing it may not be race war, it may not be Trump related, but it'll be something. They're still going to keep that. They got to keep that fear mongering going. It's probably coronavirus. They'll push that out again in November 4th, 5th. So let me play you an original song here for Tanya. Let me just tune this because it's off. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm going to play you guys a song here. This is called Days Will Go By. Days Will Go By is a powerful song. You need to check this out. The lyrics to this chorus, check this out. I'm going to tell you it right now, okay? There's way too many differences dissolved within the public stance. I think we all should get a chance to state our name and plead our case. I've lost the one ability. I'm just going to play it for you. Here we go. Just listen to these words. It's all but been resolved. For the meantime, days will go by, missing all the fun in the sun, always meeting someone new, leaving old friend behind. Leaving old friends behind. Life is so different
And I scream, why do we fight when we can kill with kindness? And why do we hate when we can? We'll try and make a change. Someone save me. 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 Someone save me from me. Someone save 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 me. Save me from me. Someone save me. Save me from me. Someone save me. Someone save me. There's way too many differences to stop within the public stance. I think we all should get a chance to state our name and plead our case. I've lost the one ability which came to me so naturally. In this depth of clarity, I hope to find the moral victory. I hope to find that moral victory. Someone save me. Days will go by. I'm missing all the fun. Days will go by. Tanya, you rock. So that's a song I wrote many, many years ago. Days will go by. I just love there's way too many differences dissolved within the public stance. I think we all should get a chance to state our name and plead our case. I've lost the one ability. I lost the one ability, which came to me so naturally. Within this depth of clarity, I hope to find my moral victory. And then I love when we say, why do we hate when we can kill with kindness? Why do we fight when we can try to make a change? Hello? actually I think it's proper is why do we fight when we can kill with kindness? Why do we hate when we can try and make a change? It's a question I want to ask you. I hope you let that ring around you for a moment. My people on Facebook, I appreciate you. Head over to YouTube, please. Subscribe and ding the bell. Join all our wonderful people on the YouTube channel. And that's what we're trying to build it out. So I appreciate you guys. Listen, every single night we do a lot of stuff. Face swaps, we do inspirational moments like you've been seeing, and then we play music on my invention, the BeatSeat. The BeatSeat is the first drum for guitar players. It's also the first drum you could sit upright and play with your hands and feet. I see my camera is too low there. Let me see if I can move this forward a little bit. Maybe you'll see it a little better. Not really. My hands are here, and I'm sitting upright, so it's hard to see tonight. I didn't get the camera set up correctly. Maybe next time when I play a face swap for you, I'll do that. But I'd appreciate you guys head over to YouTube. I'd love to see you over there. I got YouTube Live over here. I haven't gone on to Insta yet, but maybe I should do that real quick now. Should I do that real quick? And I'll put it on my Mark Pyers music page over here on Facebook as well. Let's see who else. Tanya Pello will find you on the tube. I love it. Yeah, Tanya, you rock. Tanya inspired me a few weeks back. She said, look, I love the covers you're doing, but how many songs have you written? I was like, 200 plus. She's like, yeah, just play your songs. We don't really, they're cool. Cover songs are cool, but in fact, I never played covers. I didn't like to. I just liked playing my own music, So we're going to do a lot of that tonight. Here's a song called The Beat Rolls On. Very cool tune. This is on my album. You can check this out on Spotify. The Beat Rolls On.
Fall back down again. We left to die when never understanding why. And I'll give my life to you forevermore. Keep me rolling on. Yeah, I'll never hide my from you, and you will not be alone with me in the moonlight hours when I pay my debts. To dream this dream and stay alive where everything's fine and where the beat rolls on. Where the beat rolls on and on and on and on and on and on and on. It's where the beat rolls on and I can't It's where the beat rolls on. 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 It's where the beat rolls. We fall away to just you and I this time. We're holding hands this time is love. I'll take my chances, and you will not be alone with me in the moonlight hours when I pay my debts aside. To dream this dream and stay alive where everything's fine and where the beat rolls on. It's where the beat rolls on. Where the beat rolls on. Every time I play that, it goes on. Nice! You rock, Tanya. Tanya's the best. Every time Tanya finds a way to join the show, she shares the show. How cool is that? Because bottom line, guys, you know how the show grows? When people share the show. It's the bottom line. And it's been happening, which is really cool. And I want to thank everybody who does that. You are awesome, Tanya. Thank you. I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for heading over. Hopefully you were able to make it to YouTube and subscribe over there. And I hope to see you soon here on the Real Talk program. Hammer Jam's coming out a little while, guys. I got some stories for you, so don't go anywhere. Let me play you one more quick thing, and then we'll get over to Hammer Jam, okay?
on Insta. Head over to YouTube. Subscribe to the little bell. Tanya, you rock. Tanya rocks. She said, I gotta go. Okay, I gotta go be me. You love it. You rock, Tanya. Thank you so much for sharing. She shared it with a bunch of her pages, some personal development groups. Bottom line, guys, here is we're here to connect with this world in order to develop minds into the greatest version of that mind. Don't you want to be the best version of yourself? If you connect on positivity, you will find that. Positivity is the answer, okay? Everyone wants to go to a church to find that answer. Nope. You are the church. You are the chapel. Go inside. Pray. Find some peace, some solitude. I got a song I wrote many years ago called I Need to Be Alone. It's a powerful thing to be alone. If you can spend time alone, in quiet, in solace, yeah, you're good. I don't want to erase this. Hold on, we got to hear that. That's hot. This is where we should have a steel drum, right? Should we have steel drums here? I don't know why I didn't think of this one, but it should be like... Where is it? Do you guys hear that at all? I don't hear it. Guys, this is steel drums. Yeah, man. Actually, woo! What was this? Yeah, we can get rid of that. Steel drums. We got every instrument at our disposal. So maybe we should do something one night. I don't know if tonight's tonight, but where you're like, hey, okay, I want you to play freaking xylophone. I don't know what's in here, but we got everything. You literally just pull out an instrument, call it, and I'll go out and find trumpet, steel drums, organs. We got piano. Listen to this. That's not the piano. The problem is that it makes a lot of errors, the grand, but if we go over here, check this one out. This is like the Ray Charles piano.
Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. No, no. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hit the road. Well, don't you come back no more. Hit the road. Don't you come back no more.
Let's give this a run. Ready?
I said, listen, pretty baby, don't you treat me this way. I'll be back on my feet someday. It don't matter if you do. It's just understood. You ain't got no money, you just ain't no good. Well, I guess if you say so.
Gonna go Ray.
I got to pay my way and road. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. No, 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 no. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Oh yeah, I said, listen, pretty baby, don't you treat me this way. I'll be back on my feet someday. It don't matter if you do. It's understood. You ain't got no money, you just ain't no good. Well, I guess if you say so. I got to pack my bags and go. Hit the road, 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 Jack. Don't you come back no more, no, no. Hit the road, Jack. Well, don't you come back no more. Hit the road. Don't you come back no more. Don't you come back no more. Don't you come back no more. No, 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 no. Hit the road.
Wow, guys, Christopher Walken, you crazy. You come down, we'll talk. Program.
Look, guys, I think I've got to play you something, okay?
Oh, we're going to take a little break from the guitar. Look, we're here every night for the rest of my days, and we get into it, all right? It's the Real Talk program. Oh, Secretary Cleary's John Ryan. We're going to do some Real Talk. Why not? So, guys, we have a lot of craziness going on in this world, right? Right? Absolutely. Taking back. I love it. How are you, Taking Back, Jamesy? Taking Back Jamesy's in the house. Taking Back Jamesy. Head over to YouTube. Subscribe and click the bell. Look, Hammerlin Jamison's about to come out and rip the lid off the fake news. And it sounds so much better. And also, it's actually lined up if you head over to the YouTube program. I'm filming the screen, as you can see over here, Taking. See, I've got to film the screen because, basically, I can't use my program on Instagram. It doesn't allow for some reason. I know why. Instagram stinks. Not really, but Mark Zuckerberg stinks. And Zucks. It doesn't allow you to do certain things, like broadcast directly to the Real Talk program on from Restream. Like on Restream right now, we're live on multiple channels at once. Okay? And when I can't go and put Instagram on, Instagram was the first platform, guys. I was on Instagram and Facebook rocking the show out for 318 days. And I feel bad now because I'm not dropping much on Instagram anymore. I'm not doing much. I put on a live show. I don't even save them anymore because they don't allow them to go into stories. Now you have to save it as an actual clip. And they're sideways. And so I just let them all die at the end of the clip. If somebody gets on and sees it, that's great. But I've kind of abandoned Instagram. I feel bad because I loved Instagram for 318 days. But what I found is when you can't grow organically anymore because of Zuckerberg's zucking, you know, it gets kind of frustrating where you're just like, okay, I'm pounding it away with great content and the followers always stay the same. You either have to buy followers. It's a weird thing on Instagram. And I'm over it. I'm going to go live every day. I'm going to film the screen. And hopefully people on Instagram understand that it's a better experience on YouTube. Sounds better, looks better. It's HD audio, HD video. And plus you get a notification in real time when I'm live. which is so much cooler. I'm live every day anyways, day 553 in a row. So you should head over to the YouTube channel and rip the lid off with Hammerlin Jamison. He's going to be live in about 3 minutes. Gives you time. It gives you the time to get over there. Hammer Jam. Hammer time. Ripping the lid off. So guys, a couple things I want you to know. My man Sig, kicking it hardcore last week, comes out here and he becomes our newest patron. That's right. Patreon.com/Mark Pyers Real Talk. Look, you want to support this program? I'm going to be live every day forever. Let's make this a thing, huh? We'll turn this instead of 2 to 5 hours into 24 hours a day. We're calling this Real Talk TV. Remember Ed TV? Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. And bottom line, Sig is the man. Sig came out and he supports the program, and now it's like warms my heart. And when you're out here just trying to make a difference and someone says, hey, you did, and keep going, buddy, keep going. It's a nice thing. And it also gives you that rejuvenation. You know, you start thinking to yourself, okay, maybe this isn't just something I come out here and just say a couple of things each day. Maybe I should keep driving towards the main goal is that door at the end of the hallway. I'm hearing all the noise around me. I just don't give a crap. Hey, stop. When's the last Real Talk? Why don't you go and do something? You know, what? Really? I love that question when people be like, oh, so that's cool. When's your last show? I'm like, what? What kind of stupid question is that? When's your last meal? What? When's my last breath? Last show. There you go. And I think it's a funny thing. Like, we've gotten to where we are now, right? Alex Jones impression. Oh my. You want me to do Alex Jones impression? Look, I think Alex Jones kind of talks like this. Look, check it out. I could watch him and do a really dead-on impression if you want of Alex Jones. That's coming from my buddy over here, Taking. Hey, Taking, can you head to YouTube? Because everybody over there, they all watch Alex. You got Sig on there. You got Eldane. You got Dagger's on. I think Dagger's still on. And they all watch Alex. I saw Alex last week. He kind of talks like this. Look, I got a breaking news for you. I was looking at the corner. Like, I've got my Mark Pyers Real Talk logo on the corner. There's a picture of him on his corner of his OBS. And it's from he's like 24. Like, really, dude? Why don't you just update the photo over there? Yeah, head over there, brother. You can catch up with a bunch of my people. Everybody's awesome. This is like, listen, one thing I want you to understand, this Real Talk program is here to provide light, and then for everybody here to share it back. And it's happening. It's happening. Sigger and Dagger and Dane, everybody's sending content to me offline, because bottom line is I don't have the time to really put into the show until this becomes a job. Right now it's not. It's my hobby. I come out here and it provides me with, I'd say, I guess, with peace and stress relief. This is my stress relief. Because this is when I can just say what the hell. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to say what the hell. And we're going to make some magic happen. JK, head over to YouTube. Subscribe and ding the bell, please. That's where the show goes. I'm pretty sure... You rock, JK. Listen, we're here. I'm going to play you guys something, but the problem is you're seeing this in like 30 seconds behind on Instagram. I'm filming the screen. This is crazy. I'm filming the screen. I should probably be filming the other screen. Hold on. Let me see if I can do this for you real quick. See if I film... No, it's not working. I was thinking I'd film that screen for you guys, and then you could see it closer to real time. Because this is basically like 30 seconds behind. But if you head over to YouTube, you're going to see the show in real time. Alex Jones voice song. I think I may have to do that. I'll create a song as Alex Jones. We'll do that for tomorrow's episode. I'll watch him tonight. Because I don't watch other content necessarily. You know what I do is I'll watch enough content in order to create a bit. And getting to that, let me play you a little something here. I'm going to go in order. I'm going to play you my latest triumph, I would say, okay? I started something new. It's called The Donald Trump Show. And we've done 5 episodes so far, okay? I played you episode 5 up front. Shouldn't have done that, but I wanted to. It fit the moment. But this is episode 1 right here, and I hope you enjoy it. It's never going to stop, just like this program.
Hammerlin Jamison introducing episode 1 of the Donald J. Trump Show.
Look, I want to thank you for joining me on a brand new episode of the Donald Trump Show. That's right. We're going to be here every week delivering truth about the Biden campaign, because no one's telling you what's really going on. I'm going to pull back the curtain, and you're going to see what Joe Biden is really up to. Here we go.
We choose science over fiction. We choose truth over facts.
Will somebody please alert Mr. Biden that truth and facts are the same thing? I think he's been watching too much fake news on CNN. Okay, what else do we have from this blubbering train wreck?
My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate. Look me over. If you like what you see, help out. If not, vote for the other Biden. Give me a look, though, okay?
Now, first of all, who's the other Biden? Who is the other Biden? I'm wondering, because if it's Hunter Biden, he'll be in jail. But if there's another Biden, perhaps he can actually complete a sentence. That Biden I'd like to hear from. Okay, let's see what else we've got.
Trust.
Like his strange hold on Defense Secretary Ash Carter's wife, Stephanie.
Sleep Sofa Joe has been doing this for years. He's a creeper. And we're going to put a stop to him.
I like the way your hair smells. Let me give you a little kiss here.
And can you believe? Look at how he's touching that little girl. Honestly, I'm a little worried about that little girl. Sleep Sofa Joe has been doing all kinds of racist things for years. I'm just going to show you a few of the clips. Take a look at this one, for example.
You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. I'm not joking.
Look, I'm surprised you guys are fine with hearing Joe Biden say you need an Indian accent in order to go to Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, I've been to Dunkin' Donuts many times. I don't have an Indian accent. But let's continue on. I have a lot more to play for you. Now check out this clip, for example.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Racist Joe strikes again. Poor kids are just as talented and bright as white kids? What does that even mean? This is getting good, guys. What's next?
Play the radio. Make sure make sure you have the record player on at night.
Really, Joe? That's a good idea. We'll get the record player out. How about we go and actually light a fire and we do smoke signals? How about that? What do we have next from Sleep Sofa Joe?
Think about it. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.
The question is, do you know the thing, Joe? Do you know the thing, Sleep Sofa Joe? The thing, Joe, is that we are all created equal. That's right. God is the creator of all, not Satan and your adrenochrome. Okay, let's get one more at least. How about one more?
I'm not going to be a mule. I got something to do. I got to go do boom, boom, boom.
Did Sleep Sofa Joe just say he has to go do a poop-a-doop? I think he said it right in front of his crowd. I would never say that right in front of my crowd. If I'm going to take a poop-a-doop, I'm doing it on my own time, not in front of people. I don't know. It's a little weird there. Look, let's give him a chance to redeem himself. One more, okay?
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Wow. Really? Look, I'm not sure what else to say after watching that ridiculousness. But that's Sleep Sofa Joe. Are you going to vote for that guy? How about you? Look, if that's the case, this world's crazy.
That's the Trumper for you. I want to say hi to Mila. Hi, Mila. How are you? Let me just say hello to you real quick over here on the Instagram. Listen, Mila, I just posted this over here. I'm not sure if you see it. YouTube.com/C/Mark Pyers Real Talk. Join us over there. That's the platform. Hammerlin's coming out to rip the lid off right at the end of this segment here. That was episode 1 of the Donald J. Trump Show, and there's 5 episodes. Count them, 5 so far. I will very quickly show you what happened today, though. We didn't get a full 6th then. This was basically Trump called in today to apologize for that. It's crazy stuff going on out there. Let me show you what happened. This is today.
That's Hammerlin Jamison live from the studio. Donald J. Trump joins us from Washington, D.C.
Look, I don't have a proper episode 6 of the Donald Trump Show for you tonight. I'm here in Washington. That's right, that's not the Epcot Center behind me. No, the Pope is not back in that building. It's Donald Trump's home. Anyway, I want to drop the coronavirus like Melania's going to drop me after the election.
Oh my goodness, guys. Mila just sent something over here on Instagram that she saw a video. Oh my goodness, Mila, you got to head over to YouTube. Jessica's going to come on, hopefully. I don't know if it's today or tomorrow or whatever, but we got to get her on. She's awesome. And I saw her. She had this Red Pill series that she dropped on Instagram. And Jessica, I love. We've been connected for a while, and she's very inspirational. And we've connected many times since I started doing this, and just have a mutual respect for what we do, for what both of us are doing. And I love what she does. And I saw this Red Pill series. I was like, hello, I've got to get Jessica on Real Talk. And we'll have just a chat, right? A conversation, and just make some magic happen. And it's going to be magic, bottom line, when we do it. Kane, how are you? So listen, Kane, Mila, YouTube it, subscribe, ding the bell. That is where the show goes every day. We've been for 553. This is the 553rd day in a row. Actually, I'll show you so you can see that here. It's Hammer Time. Look at that. Day 553 in a row. Hammerlin Jamison's about to come out and rip the lid off. But if you go to YouTube, you can join us and we can connect. Okay, so let's go to episode 2 of the Donald J. Trump Show. Here we go, people. I hope you enjoy this one. Just as crazy as
it's Hammerlin Jamison introducing Donald Trump for episode 2 of the Trump Show.
Thank you. Thank you very much for joining me on episode 2 of the Donald Trump Show. We're going to continue digging deeper into Joe Biden, his mental state, and whether or not he falls asleep on camera. So let's get into it. Here's a couple of clips from earlier today. We're going to get into it now. Here we go.
Campaigning from home about Biden hiding in his cellar. Well, the truth of the matter is over 200 million people have watched me on television, and they've watched, and the more that,
No, keep going, Joe. You're doing great. Doing fantastic, yes. No, we're really thrilled. I'm sure 200 million people really enjoyed watching the sleep sofa. Look, I could take a nap on my own sleep sofa. I don't need to watch you while I do it, unless they were trying to fall asleep quicker. Maybe instead of reading, they said, well, if I watch Biden, I could fall right to sleep. Okay, let's see what's next.
I've been down to Virginia. I've been around the country, but I do it responsibly, and I don't hold rallies because it is the reason why we're in such trouble by not listening to the experts and the scientists about social distancing and wearing masks, which I never do when I walk outside of this house.
Wait, let me get this straight. So the scientists and doctors tell us to wear masks, but the moment you leave the house, you don't wear your mask? Sleep sofa, I'm pulling a little fake news on you right now. Just check the real footage.
And wearing masks, which I never do when I walk outside of this house. I never fail to do.
See? And Trump will play it for you because I think you still look like an idiot. Okay, what else we got?
That's who we are. That's how my great-great-grandfather, four greats back got here. He got in a coffin ship on the Irish Sea, never knowing whether he was going to make it. And he made it to the United States of America in 1848 when the British were, anyway.
The British were coming. Look, it's like Paul Revere. No, finish it up, Joe. What were you saying when the British were coming? Is that your grandfather was part of the crew? Is your grandfather a redcoat? What are we talking about here? I'm trying to figure out what the hell Joe is talking about. My grandfather, and when the British, he said, and then he stopped himself. I think he was about to say when the British were coming. Anyway, look, as long as Joe continues to stay in his basement and he won't debate me, I'm going to have the Trump Show continue. So till tomorrow, have a good night.
Look, he's not playing around, guys. He literally said till tomorrow, and tomorrow came, and he dropped. Trumper dropped this. Now, this was, okay, it got a little hairy. Check it out.
It's Hammerlin Jamison, Donald J. Trump back with episode 3 of the Trump Show.
I want to thank you for joining me on episode 3 of the Donald J. Trump Show. Today, we talk about poison. That's right, don't drink the poison. It's going to kill many people more than coronavirus. Yeah, poison. That's right. Nancy Pelosi. Yeah, I'm sorry. Some people don't know that we do call her poison. Let's take a look at this clip here. I want you to hear what she has to say.
You demonize, and then we call it the wrap-up smear. If you want to talk politics, you call it the wrap-up smear.
Let's be honest, Nancy, you know nothing about politics. And wrap-up smear? Really? That's what you've been doing to me? Sounds like something you got from your OBGYN. But whatever.
You smear somebody with falsehoods and all the rest, and then you merchandise it.
I'm sorry, Nancy, can you say that one more time? What was that?
You smear somebody with falsehoods and all the rest, and then you merchandise it.
Look, she's creating fake news. She told the reporters, you create a story. Let's get back to this clip.
And then you write it.
Can you freaking believe this?
Unless they see it's reported in the press that this, and this, so they have that validation that the press reported the smear.
You write the story after we report the falsehoods, and it becomes a validated story by the news, by you, the fake news garbage.
It's called the wrap-up smear. Now I'm going to merchandise the press's report.
Also, when she says merchandising it, who is she, Mel Brooks from Spaceballs? Spaceballs the flamethrower. Yeah, okay, poison, whatever.
Now I'm going to merchandise the press's report on the smear that we made. It's a tactic. And it's self-evident.
You see there, she says it's self-evident because we've been doing it to Trump since he came down the escalator. Well, I have to tell you that I'm happy that I found out about this poison. Now I can put all of my efforts towards taking you down to Chinatown. That's right. We will drain Poison and Schumer from the swamp.
Listen, he means business. I just hope you know that. So here's where we are right now. We've gone through 3 episodes of the Donald J. Trump Show, and we are on to episode 4. Are you ready? Are you guys ready for this one?
It's Hammerlin Jamison back with episode 4 of the Donald Trump Show.
Thank you very much for joining me for episode 4 of the Donald Trump Show. Tonight, we get back into Sleep Sofa Joe. Look, we've got a lot of clips to get through, so let's get started.
I'm coming directly to you for ask a quick favor.
I can't believe they use this as their pitch on YouTube. I mean, I've come for you to... It sounds like something out of Close Encounters of a Third Kind. Sleep Sofa, are you from a different planet? I'm trying to figure out what the hell it is that comes out of your mouth. Sounds like gobbledygook.
I can hardly wait to debate him on stage. I want people to see me standing next to him and him standing next to me. We'll see who's sleepy.
Mr. Vice President, thank you. Thanks for your time. Please come back in less than 13 years, sir.
All right, Chuck. Thank you very much.
All right. It's Chris, but anyway.
Chris. I just did Chris. No, I just did Chuck. I tell you what, man, these are back-to-back. Anyway.
Sleepy, hello? It's not Chuck, okay? But you have a problem with back-to-back meetings? How do you think you're going to do back-to-back-to-back-to-back-to-back when you're president? Look, he's gonna have to take a poop-a-doop in between, remember?
Why doesn't he just act like a president? That's a stupid way to say it.
You know, Donald Trump was asked on...
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I probably best I don't.
You know, I feel kind of bad for Sleep Sofa. I mean, he looks like he's going to cry. He's like an old puppy dog whining for a bowl of milk. Look, Sleep Sofa, I'm sorry. You know, you have to act confidently if you're going to be president of the United States.
I tell you what, I'm so darn proud. And those poor people who have lost, anyway.
This is your brain on drugs. That's right. Any questions?
I would see to it
immediately moving toward, we're in fact in a position now that if in fact we dealt with mitigation across the board, just what we did in the last administration and before, leading to a standard that we provide efficiency for appliances.
Have you ever seen that scene in Scanners? It kind of reminds me, I wonder if they're going to do, you know how they keep doing, we're doing Jaws over. You think they'll do Scanners over and maybe have Sleep Sofa Joe in his, one of the lead characters? I would watch that, even though he makes me want to fall asleep.
I'm ready on day one after more than 3 years in office. Why isn't Donald Trump ready? Mr. President, wake up.
Can you believe that? Did he really just say for me to wake up? Is this Pinocchio and Geppetto is in the background pulling strings? Because it doesn't even look like he's alive. I feel so bad for this guy. I'm going to demolish him when we get into a debate. I mean, honestly, he doesn't even know who the hell he is. And you guys are going to vote for this guy? He's up by how many points? I mean, what the? He can't even speak, people. He said he's going to beat himself. Did you see that one? This is Sleep Sofa Joe saying how he's going to beat himself.
I'm prepared to say that I have a record of over 40 years and that I'm going to beat Joe Biden.
Well, let's hear that one more time. Joe, can you do that one more time for us?
I'm going to beat Joe Biden. Joe Biden. I'm going to beat Joe Biden.
Look, I think that's a good place for us to call it a day. He's going to beat himself. I guess I should just hang back and maybe let him fall on the sword. He may walk outside to get the mail and forget to put his pantalones on. Could be a problem. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow on the next Trump show. That's right. Have a good night.
So, guys, that's the 4th episode of the Donald Trump. So we're officially going on episode 5 right now, okay? Are you ready for this? This is the 5th episode of the Donald Trump Show. Hammerlin, Jamison, rip the lid off. By the way, Hammerlin will be here right after this clip. Here we go.
It's Hammerlin Jamison live from Mount Rushmore. Donald Trump for episode 5 of the Trump Show.
Thank you. Thank you for joining me here at the monuments. Look, this is a very exciting time. I started my own talk show this week. That's right, the Donald J. Trump Show. We're winning big league. We're dropping lots of content about Sleep Sofa Joe Biden. Lots about Sleep Sofa. We also did one episode about poison so far. And we're going to continue to drop positive content about Sleep Sofa Joe Biden. Because I will not let him beat me, no. We have done too much work here in this country. Are you guys ready to stick a fork in Biden? Are you ready? Oh, watch this clip, ready?
I'm Joe Biden's husband, Joe Biden.
I don't know what to say. I'm a little confused. Could you tell me, what does that mean, Joe? You're married? I'm Joe Biden's husband, Joe Biden. I don't know. So, are you going to be your own first lady? What does that mean, Joe? Could you please elaborate? I'm Melania Trump's husband, Donald Trump. I'm not really sure, so Joe's married to himself? Just going to give you the one for today. That's enough to squash the sleep sofa. Look, he's comfortable to lie on, just not to vote for. We don't have to trash the man while we're here at the National Monument. He's just a sleep sofa. Look, if you can't catch the Donald Trump Show, make sure you tune in to Real Talk. You see, my kids, Melania, they all love Real Talk. Well, we give it to people straight on the Real Talk program, and it kind of gave me the concept for the Donald Trump Show. So tune in. Every night I'll be on Either my show or the Real Talk show. I'm going to drop content for you because the fake news is not letting the Trumper breathe. That's right. It's trying to shut down the Trump. Look at that beautiful monument. They're going to put my face right next to George Washington there. Perfect spot. They're going to have my tie. It's going to go all the way down to the ground. So Democrats will hit their faces on it every time they walk by.
It's Hammerlin Jamison, and it's Hammer Time. That's right. Look, I'm here every single night on the Real Talk program to rip the lid off the fake news. That's right. It's Hammer Time. It's Hammerlin Jamison. I'm here to rip the lid off the fake news. I'm in line with you almost every night, people, to get through all the garbage they're peddling. What do you mean, Hammer Jam? Well, it's Hammer Time. There's a lot of fake news out there, and Hammerlin's gonna drop the hammer and rip the lid off of it. So I got some stories for you this evening. Let's get into it. Remember, you can send your hot tips into Hammer Time. Just look on the bottom of the screen there, and Hammerlin's got his hot tips section. He buys whiskey. Here we go. Story number 1. These are all phenomenal. Of course, I gotta say that. First story of the night. Thomas Jefferson, alongside black great-grandson, holds a mirror to the U.S. That's the United States. Let's quickly get through the story. Hammer Jam's already lost interest. Shannon Lanier, a 6th great-grandson of the founding father Thomas Jefferson, and his slave Sally Hemings wore the same sort of outfit as his famous ancestor for a Smithsonian Magazine piece, American Descendants. But Lanier, who is black, the article is the magazine's July issue, that he chose not to wear a wig. I didn't want to become Jefferson, Lanier said. My ancestor had his dreams, and now it's up to all of us living in America to make sure no one is excluded from the promise of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Of course, that means everybody else but you. Lanier, a TV host in Houston, that's Houston is in Texas. Some people call it Houston, I call it Houston. And they co-authored a book about his family, Jefferson's children. Good story, moving on to the next Hammer Jam. This story is even better, gotta say it. Here we go, Hammer Jam, story of the night, actually. This one is a very interesting one. Woman calls police on black couple building a patio at their own home. I'm sorry, Hammer just wanted to pull that one. I thought it was kind of interesting. Ripping the lid off of racism. Let's move it forward here. Next story. Hammer Jam got this one, thought it was kind of interesting. Deadly rabbit virus, nicknamed Bunny Ebola, spreading rapidly across southern United States. Now, this I found very interesting, people, because they're just dropping viruses left and right. What a Hammerlin thought was quite interesting here is what we found out is that this is actually a virus which started in, guess where? That's right, China. Another virus that started in China. So look, we're here to rip the lid off of the fake news, but also off of China. Don't buy any products from China. All right? Let's be American. This is Hammerlin telling you. We're buying products in America. That's the new story. I'm sticking to it. Next story. Hammerlin ripping the lid off. This one I thought was just really cool. Oh, maybe that's not the same one, but Trump's niece says the 2001 NDA based on fraudulent financial information. Does that mean that the president didn't show you your taxes? He didn't show you the taxes for that time period? Because that would make sense. Hammerlin ripping the lid off of it. Let's move forward. I believe I got one more story for you. Here we go. UFO lights and orbs floating caught over Texas. Well, let's get into this one real quick. See if I can maybe get this one to interact. Winning big league. Look at this, people. That's a serious UFO right there. Let's go make it bigger. Look, what the hell is that? That looks like a boomerang. Either that or it's asteroids. 1977, asteroids coming at you. Look, he's spinning in circles. He's shooting at all the asteroids coming at him. Look, Hammer Jam. We're ripping the lid off of asteroids, 77. This is actually may have been an earlier version of asteroids in the 74. Hammer Jam. Look, that's quite interesting. Actually, it's not very interesting at all. I thought it was a better story than that. You guys got to bring better stories for Hammer Jam, all right? I got a couple more for you for tomorrow. Hammer Jam's going to be back to drop the hammer and rip the lid off. But this one, not really much to see there. What do you think? Do you believe in UFOs? Hammer Jam will tell you, I'm ripping the lid off all the deceit. I'm ripping the lid off all the deceit. This is like worldwide deceit here. Ah, no, we're the only ones. God, and just us over here. Oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry. Hammer Jam's about to eat his mustache. It's about as truthful as that one sounds to Hammer. Look, Hammer's going to drop the hammer on you right now. There are billions and trillions and gazillions of planets out there all over. All right, so there's probably life everywhere, just so you know. All right, we're not alone. This is just a Hammerlin exclusive. There's probably another one of you somewhere out there. That's right. It's called the multi-dimension theory and also the multi-you theory, that there's probably another Hammerlin Jamison out there somewhere in the solar system. Right now, he's preaching to the world about ripping off the fake news, just like this Hammerlin. It's bound to be a thing, people. So look, if you want to get into the weeds with old Hammer Jam and talk about it, it's going to be part of our future segment, which is Call Into Hammer Time and drop some knowledge for Hammer to rip the lid off of. So if you got a story you want to share with old Hammer Time, all you got to do is shoot it over, and good old Hammer is going to rip the lid off of it for you. Look, I'm sick of the fake news. I'm sick of the Don Lemonheads of the world. That's right. I'm going to get into a brawl with all the fake news out there. I'm bringing you the truth. Okay? It's Hammerlin. We call this Hammer Time because what we do here, two things. First of all, we drop the hammer. That's number one. All right. Number two, we rip the lid off the fake news. It's going to happen, and I'll see you tomorrow on the next Hammer Time. Remember, people, do good things out there. I gotta shut this off. Give me 1 second.
It's Hammerlin Jamison live from Mount Rushmore.
I'm going to play on what should have been the 6th episode while Hammer Jam takes off and gives Mark back his studio. So, Hammer Jam, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good evening. Hammer Time.
That's Hammerlin Jamison live from the studio. Donald J. Trump joins us from Washington, D.C. Look, I don't have a proper episode 6 of the Donald Trump show for you tonight. I'm here in Washington. That's right, that's not the Epcot Center behind me. No, the Pope is not back in that building. It's Donald Trump's home. Anyway, I want to drop the coronavirus like Melania's going to drop me after the election.
All right, so bottom line is I'm going to be creating an actual face swap out of that. Started with, I literally had no time left. I didn't want to come on at 11, so I just dropped like something really short and quick. I'm going to fill in a gap there so I get that. And then, whatever. So I'll work on that a little bit more right now. It's, I'm going to get to sleep in a little bit. So I will work on that and create an actual serious face swap out of it. So it's killer. We've been on for 2 hours officially. 2 hours and 1 minute coming up. I thank you guys for sticking around with me. Again, you're awesome. I will be back tomorrow for day 554 in a row. Do you guys know we're a couple days away from 555? That's a big deal. Day 555 is a big deal. So I'm looking forward to it. Keep spreading the word, guys. You're awesome. Thank you so much for doing that. And tomorrow is a whole new day, people. Remember, I want to share something just so you know. We are going to have guests on, left and right, coming on in the next couple weeks here. I got Darren, my man Darren Hunter from LinkedIn. Okay, let me tell you about Darren real quick. He's an author, and he's written a few books, but he just came out with a new book, and I want him to come on the show to talk about it. And he said he would, so we're going to do it sometime this week. Darren's also, he writes for Forbes. Like, he's a very interesting cat. I want to get him on the show, talk positivity, and see how he brings that into his life as well. And then we also have Jessica JD coming on here, and that's going to be amazing. She has this little series she's been doing on Instagram, drops these clips called Little Red Pill. And they're sick. I mean, I was like, yeah, this is what I do on Real Talk every day. You want to come on? She's like, yeah, absolutely. So that's happening this week. And anybody else you want to see on the program, just send a note across. I got Dagger working on things. I got Sig. Everybody's out there trying to find people to think about the show and come on the show and have an interview on the show. Ryan Hartwig last week, that was thanks to Dagger. Maryam, thanks to Dagger. Maryam's coming on again, probably this week as well. I start having people on every day. I'd like to have, like, at some point in every episode, we have a call in. And maybe it's 5 minutes, maybe it's an hour. I don't know. I'm going to be here for several hours. But if I can get people on for a few minutes, I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? So, tune in tomorrow, my friends. Looking forward to it. You are awesome. Stay awesome. Rise above the negativity out there tomorrow. By the way, I'm coming on earlier tomorrow, like 5 o'clock, okay? 5-ish, 6-ish, somewhere in that range. Gotta get my nights back. I'll see you tomorrow. It's Mark Pyers. And it's Real Talk. Have a great night.